It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, welcome back, you beautiful souls, and you can see how excited I am. Of course, it's game time! Now, since 1992, Mario Kart has been beloved and all over the world by fans of the entire Mario universe. Now, Grant Hines, if you saw earlier, is joining us once again to talk about the newest updates, and it's the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Nintendo. Man.
I just brought this in so that I could beat you, Ryle, at something. You try me with FIFA. It is time I put...
This is revenge.
This is revenge. This is the ultimate party game.
While we get started, I'm looking at this first and seeing there's a ton of characters here. When I played Mario, it was like Luigi, Mario, and maybe the bad boss.
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of characters in the Mario universe. There are 42 characters to choose in this game alone. They've even included some inklings from the Inkling boy from Splatoon. I don't know if you know Splatoon.
Yeah, okay.
Which is really cool. But let's choose a character. I'm going to choose Mario.
I'm going to be Dry Bones.
And then I'm actually Dry Bones.
Dry Bones, man.
Have you seen Ryle? He needs to put some meat on those bones, man.
I'm going to go in the kitchen later and sort that out. But for now, Dry Bones is coming for you. I've got to say also, how cool is this? This was like the remote that we just split.
So what Nintendo have done really smartly, and this is really cool, is that you could detach the controls on the sides of the actual Switch, which you've got in front of the TV there, and each of these controls turned sideways becomes a controller in and of itself.
So cool.
So you just need 2 of them, and 4 of you can play at the same time.
Oh, fine.
The game runs at a blitz 60 frames a second. Let's choose your vehicle, and I want you to...
Wow, check out these things.
I'm going to ready up for this fictional person over here. That person's not going to be playing. But here's the thing. When you have 2 or more people, it drops to 30 frames a second, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it makes a lot of sense. You just press A. A is
is that what I'm supposed to do? I'm trying.
Ryle, you see, I can't even get you past the menu here. You know what I'm saying?
It's so funny. You're going to help me now, but I promise you, I'm still going to beat you.
Look at this guy. Ryle thinks he's so cool, my bro.
So tell me about the game modes, obviously, because I'm seeing so many different ways you can play. It's not just about, like, driving now, right?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of different game modes. Let's try the Excite Bike Arena. Do you remember Excite Bike?
Oh, from back in the day? Yeah. No ways! What?
Yes.
This is nostalgia.
So there's a whole bunch of new game modes and obviously racetracks, but one of the new game modes is a battle mode.
Okay.
But the highlight for me, I didn't really like the battle mode. The highlight for me is either versus or, look at this. This is like a 3D Excite Bike Arena.
I'm 5 years old again. This is amazing. Oh, yes, please. Okay, cool. So this is like a proper remake of what it was a classic from like 20 years ago.
Exactly.
Quick question, quickly, how do I go forward?
So A is the...
Okay. Okay, that's the most important thing. Right.
So I'm the top left. Which one are you? Your
I
bones...
actually went the wrong direction. Okay, that's where we go.
So what makes this very different from a normal racing game is, see, I've just picked up a big mushroom in the top left-hand side of the corner, and if I use this, I've just used it as an item, then it gives me abilities. So you pick up different abilities that can either improve your ability to play or provide a handicap for your opponent. So you're like somebody trying to throw a turtle at me. I've got a turtle right now, and I'm going to throw this. There we go. I just smashed someone. It wasn't you, Ryle, but I'm still coming first. As I say that, I get knocked over and I'm second.
I'm just trying to stay on the track here.
You
lied to. I pushed A and then I stopped moving, and now I'm just like going forward on its own. This is like a new type of vehicle. Rocket Man, 9th place, I'm coming for you.
So it's a lot of fun. The big highlight about this game is that it's obviously great for the whole family. I've got a banana. What do you think a banana does in a racing game?
Of course, you're going to make me slip off the track, right?
There we go. I'm going to plant it as a prank behind me. So have you ever seen someone in real life slip on a banana? Never. I've never seen. Why is that a thing? Why do people do that?
I don't know, actually. That's a very good question.
If anybody out there has seen a person in real life slip on a banana, please let us know on socials.
I slipped on the banana now. Useless. I even saw where you put it. Oh man, this is so much fun, God. So, I mean, honestly, you mentioned in the frames for a second, the graphics to me are pretty cool. Like, it's fun, it's lively, it's got a lot of color, and I think I can get lost in this, to be very honest with you.
Look, it's a Nintendo game on a Nintendo console, so they're making it for their own hardware, so you know the performance is going to be great.
All right.
And that's really important. Even now, we're playing at 30 frames a second, and it's hard to even notice. And that's generally, at this day and age in games is kind of frowned upon. You want to make sure that your frame rate is. I play games at 300 frames a second on my PC, but I mean that's excessive.
That's you. That's you. I mean,
Oh, no, I got.
last question. I mean, who would you recommend this game for? Who's it for? Who's gonna?
I recommend this is a family game. This is a party game. We often go to Bry's, even when there's kids not around. We play Mario Kart as you know, like you got to settle a vendetta.
I can just picture you like.
Oh, I get intense.
Like, all right, kids, done. It's my turn now.
And because you can have 4 people on the console at the same time, everybody can participate. It's not just people fighting over the controls all the time, which is great.
Man, well, Grant 9's in the building, of course. We're chatting about Mario Kart and all the fun that can be had. Of course, Yumzanzi, you want to get your hands on this. The entire family can get involved, have fun, bring the gears, and of course, just enjoy all about it.
For the record, I've won.
The game's not over yet. You guys stick in.
I'm still first.
It's not over yet, all right. Well, anyway, we get into the news now. Tubbsy's got the latest. Let's find out what's happening while I take Grant down.